It is time for the first part of the final episode of Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.
We've finally made it.
We've made it almost to the end of OG.
Yes. 166 weeks plus 3. We're here. What a season. What a season. Anyway.
What a weird episode
What
this
a
was.
weird episode this is. Anyways, hello, welcome to this is Jared now watching Inuyasha. This is episode 169. Jared joined as always by Doc Ow and Ladium. We are discussing season 6, episode 28, or episode 166, entitled "The Bond Between Them: Use the Sacred Jewel Shard, Part 1." You had mentioned to me that this finale episode was weird and did not feel like a finale episode, and did not really do anything to like wrap things up in a way that you would really be happy about. And
there is no satisfaction.
Right.
Yeah.
I did not. I mean, obviously, I kind of understand,
You believed me, but you probably didn't believe me this much.
I believed you, but I didn't know exactly how that was going to come about. And this just feels like, I mean, this is obviously canon material, but it just feels like this is just an episode in the middle of the series.
Yep.
Not the finale.
Nope.
Very weird and bizarre. But
like introducing new characters and everything. It's like, what are we doing?
I mean, you have to end it at some point before you catch up with the manga. It's just one of those things. But yeah. Let's see where things would have been in terms of the manga. If I can find it. I think this said, what does it say? Volume 36 is basically where this would have taken place and everything. Yeah, this is the manga volume that at least these last couple of episodes are in. But if you wanted to like go back to the previous one, well, I guess we'd have to use this one because this is the episode that it's all one episode. This comes from volume 36 of the manga. I believe this is the release date of it. Yeah. Let's go back down here. The manga volume came out on July 9th, 2004. This episode came out on September 13th. Of course, you have to realize that like the manga chapters themselves would come out earlier than this. But even so, like we are here. We are at a point where like, oh, we got to make a decision. We're stopping this because we are about to run into a lot of trouble, essentially, type of deal.
We are super out of material.
Super out of material. So yeah, that's why this is probably feels so weird, is because it's just they found a stopping point and they just used it essentially. But yeah, this is a weird episode. We basically kick the episode off and the mountain demon's dead. Everyone's like, huh? Weird. We see a village and there's a weird one-eyed demon attacking, and then some kids just kill it with their weird light guns. Pew, 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 pew. They kept saying in the subtitles aesthetics, like AESTHEITICS. I think that's how you spell it.
And I said multiple times that is not correct.
Aesthetics.
Yes.
I mean, they're very close words in terms of like how they sound. So I would understand why a subtitler would be just like, okay, just aesthetics, I guess.
Aesthetics.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what these little kids are. Inuyasha and the gang hear about them. They're like, that's weird. Some kids killing demons. Weird. They find them when they're just hanging out in the river, and the children try to attack Inuyasha, but he's able to get Kagome out of the way, and then he defeats them by just realizing that their beams are like substance, essentially. So he just cuts it down, and the kid's like, whoa! And he just beats up the kids a little bit, and then they're like, we're not going to tell you anything. We're going to run away. Moroku's like, hey, we probably shouldn't just go after them. We can kind of go after them at our own pace. We can just, we'll catch them up to them. Don't worry.
Yeah. The legs are little.
Yeah, they eventually end up at a temple where there's like some weird, creepy decorations out, just like stones and skulls and skeletons. It's like it's Halloween.
It's very normal.
So yeah, they enter the little village, and then they meet Goryomaru. He is the monk residing over these children, and he's got a big old weird demon arm thing. They're like, that's weird. Some demons attack, and everyone takes care of the demons, and they get to talk, and they're like, hey, are you a demon, my dude? He's like, no, I got possessed, but then I was able to make the demon who is possessing me not take me over, but I got this cool arm now. 'Cause my other arm's gone, but I got this cool arm, and I can put the power into the urns, and the kids can use it, and there you go.
It feels kind of like Sesshomaru and how his arm is like not his.
Sure.
I guess this is just a thing you can do, just attach somebody else's arm to.
Yeah.
Why not?
They ask about the mountain demon. They're kind of just like, huh? And they ask about Naraku, and they're like, huh? And then they're like, hey, you want to stay the night? And they're like, sure. Kagome chit-chats with the kids, and they're like, we're orphans. Our parents are dead. Master Goryomaru kept us here, or took care of us, so that's why we fight for him.
We got rice all over
We don't know
our
how to
faces.
eat properly.
We would have died.
Kagura's just been hanging around, and she's like trying to find Infant. So she thinks that maybe Infant is in this little temple area. So she takes some of the demons who are just like hovering outside the temple, like, ooh, we're not gonna go in, but we're here. Ooh. She takes control of them, and then uses them to attack the temple. So the gang goes out and fends them off, and then Inuyasha's like, oh, this is Kagura's deal. I better go find her. Baroku tries to use the wind tunnel, and of course the bees show up, so that's why.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Inuyasha runs into Kagura, and they get into a little scuffle. Kagome goes to find Goryomaru and finds him collapsed because he was, filling up the urns, and now he's like, oh, I'm out of energy. And the kids are like, yeah, this just happens. But she also like protects the kids from the demons because she's like, yeah, your urns aren't gonna work on them. That ain't happening. So she basically takes them and puts them inside, and then the sacred jewel shard that I guess they have. I didn't think they had one, but I guess they have one.
I don't remember when they got it.
I don't either, but they have one, and it reacts to Goryomaru's arm and it fills him back up with energy. And he's like, whoa. And then Kagome's about to go back out to fight, and then he grabs her, is like, don't move, or something. And that's how we end the first half of this hour-long special of the finale. So we'll find out exactly how everything wraps up. And a whole lot of trivia and everything, and all that in the second half of the episode next week.
I do want to mention that the ending for this week is actually the ending for next week.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention it because it was weird, and we both noted that it was weird, and that's why, is because it's the ending that they use next week. Which explains why some of the things that happen in that are things that happen in that, because like it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Kagome to get new shoes like in the middle of this whole thing.
To like go back home.
Right, or to go back home, like just in the middle of this fight, but let me just take a minute to go back home.
Yeah, and also Inuyasha to go with her. It's like, huh, what's going on here?
Yeah, so that's the ending for next week.
That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we'll finish off original Inuyasha next week.
We will. For better or for worse, we will do it.
We'll finish it off with whatever happens in the rest of this episode. Maybe something will happen, or maybe not. This is Inuyasha, of course.
I've already told you it's a weird ending.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll figure all that out next time. And we'll wrap up original Inuyasha next week as well. So yeah, if you want more from us, head on over to seasonalignmentcheckup.com or scc.co, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Season Alignment Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky, seasonalignmentcheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And get sports on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time. Huh?
Love, Light, Sunshine.
Easy. Join us next time as we conclude Inuyasha's original run.